Hey, what's going on everybody? Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. My name is Xander Raymond Charles, and I want to share something with you today. Today's video is pretty sentimental and it means a lot to me, and it's a cool story, and I stumbled across something just last night and I want to share it with you all. So if you feel compelled to support me in any way, first and foremost, thank you. You clicked on this video. Thank you so much for watching. That is support in its own right. If you could do me a favor, like this video, subscribe if you haven't done so, and follow me on any sort of streaming platform that you may use, whether it's Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes. Well, iTunes isn't streaming, but you know what I mean. Like, if you could just help out in any way, I'd really sincerely appreciate you. And that whole idea of support and helping me kind of ties into the topic of this video. Now, the topic isn't support me and help me, but it has to do with me and seeing the trajectory of where things have gone. So last night I stumbled on a video where I documented the moment where I found out my military career was coming to an end due to injury, and I more or less had to make a decision about what's the next thing I have to do with my life. Where am I gonna go? What am I gonna do next, right? Well, here goes nothing. Here we go. I got recommended for getting med boarded from my surgeon, and what that means is I'm getting out. So I just met with my primary care manager, and he just started the whole process of writing down everything that's wrong with me, particularly this thing that doesn't work anymore. But it's terrifying, because now I gotta figure out what the heck am I gonna do now, you know? I'm kind of lost for words, kind of freaking out just because I gotta figure out what I'm gonna be doing, because this has been such a job security thing, and now I gotta figure it out. I gotta call my mom because I know she's bugging to figure it out. And you can see it on my face. The sheer sense of shock, fear of the unknown, all of these emotions were being documented by myself. And I'm very thankful that I did that, because I knew it was a pivotal moment back then. And it's really fascinating and quite crazy to see that moment now 7 years later, just under 7 years later. So a really quick synopsis of what was going on back then. It's all public knowledge. It's all over my channel. Those of you guys who've been following me for a while know this, but I got hurt on a deployment out in the Baltics, right at the border of Russia. In early 2016, it was like winter time, and we were doing fire missions. I was an artilleryman at the time. I had a combat MOS of a 13 Bravo, and it was sleeting. And like I said, it was like in the dead of winter at the border of Russia, and we were doing fire missions, sending artillery downrange. And long story short, I fell because of the ice. There was ice covering everything because it was sleeting, and I fell on my back with all my equipment on and everything. And at the time, I didn't know exactly what was wrong, but I got out more or less for two things: my shoulder, and then immediately after because of my neck. So I had to get 2 surgeries on my right shoulder, and I had to get what's called a rhizotomy on my neck, where they burn the nerves out of your neck, because I was having this crazy neck pain, and it was like radiating down and everything like that. Hey, me from the future, just want to make sure I make this abundantly clear. We were there at the Baltic countries as a show of force, and we were like assisting and training with the Allied forces there, like the Baltic countries. So trying to use my words very vague, because quite frankly, I don't know what I can and can't say. I'm sure it's not that big of a deal. But also too, just like not trying to paint a picture of something that it wasn't occurring. We were shooting fire missions, we were training there, and building alliances with certain countries. That's the best of my knowledge of what we were doing there. I was only a specialist at the time. This is before officer candidate school. This is before me becoming an infantryman and, you know, changing jobs and all that stuff. So yeah, just want to make sure I made that clear. Those are like the 2 main injuries from that fall out in 2016 out in the Baltics. So what am I getting at right now? Well, it's just crazy to see that footage, because just yesterday I landed back in Philadelphia, and I was out in Las Vegas shooting 3 music videos with an artist by the name of Tommy Vext, most notably formerly of the band Bad Wolves. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because when I landed, I got the news that his album is the #1 rock album on the charts and the #6 album amongst all genres on the charts. And I took a moment for myself to really just be proud of, quite honestly, Tommy, first and foremost. I was so proud of him. He and I have been acquaintances, now friends, and now we're working together for about a year now, give or take. And I'm just so proud of him to see what he's gone through and what he's been through, all the ups and downs with Bad Wolves and all that stuff. So that's really cool to see. But also, too, I feel very proud of myself because I've continued to show up for myself and show up for you guys and show up for this channel and continuously put myself out there and push myself to see where I could take it. You know, I literally had no idea where this channel would go, what I would do. I had a plan and a vision back then, and I stuck to that plan, and that was to use my GI Bill to go to school, and I did exactly that. I got an associate's at a community college for music theory, and then I went and took a lot of classes, and I'm one class shy of a bachelor's in a program called Music Business and Entrepreneurship with the University of the Arts that actually just shut down in Philadelphia. Even though I had a plan back then, I still literally had no idea what I was doing. I didn't know anybody in the music business. At the time I made that video, I had maybe 100 subscribers on the channel, and it was quite terrifying, to say the least. I remember when I was telling people I was getting out of the military, and at the time, I literally was messed up, man. Like, you know, people have it way worse. I am not complaining. I am not comparing. But I literally couldn't use this arm, this right arm. I couldn't lift it above my ear, pretty much. Body up, I mean, that's all I got now with my right arm. So that, my body's shot. Like if there's a jar of peanut butter like on the top shelf, I just couldn't get it. I had to ask my roommate, my best friend Connor, who was living with me, who broke his leg actually. But I can just remember at the time being all physically not right. And I can remember telling like my best friend's father back home in Pennsylvania what I was doing. And, you know, loved the man to death, but he kind of laughed and kind of was like, oh, you know, you're going to be a rock star, you're going to go do it. And rightfully so to some degree, because, you know, I just was pretty knee deep in the military career. I had been doing that for several years at the time. And now I'm going to start something completely brand new and arguably the hardest industry to break into, with the exception of like, you know, space and stuff like that. But the entertainment business, as we all know, is pretty hard to get into, right? It's pretty hard to make it. And I don't know if I've necessarily made it yet, but you know what I'm saying. Like I'm on my way and I'm doing it, and I'm still here now 7 years later. But it's sad because it's not exactly how I had it to go as planned. So to see that video and to see that moment and to see where I'm at now, I'm pretty proud of it. And anytime I make a video talking about my experiences or what I'm doing or, you know, what I've been through, all this kind of stuff, I always try to spin it in a way to bring it back to you guys on how you can learn something from me. And quite literally what you can learn from me in this video, what you can take from my experiences is just, please just keep going, man. Just please do not stop. Please do not let anybody tell you otherwise what you can and can't do. And it's so cliche and it's corny at times, but it's so true, man. I'm living proof of it. You know, I did a career. I was in the military for a while. That ended. I was super bummed about it. I had to go through a decent amount of repair and rehabilitation to where now I physically look pretty good and I feel pretty decent. I mean, anybody who tours with me, like the Elijah Boys, you know, they can see there's times where like, you know, I'm not the most spry at times. It takes me a little bit to get going, but you know, once I get going, once I'm loose and once I'm, you know, up and moving, I'm pretty good to go, man. So I'm very proud of that. But anyway, anything that I've been through and that I'm continuing to go through, I just want to tell you guys, just please keep going. Just keep trying, man, please. I'm doing the very thing myself. I am just continuously trying to keep going and trying to continue to push myself into new and better and higher directions. Continuously trying to evolve and better myself as a person, be a better person every single day, be a better content creator, be a better entertainer, musician, and anything encompassing. I'm just trying my very best to continuously push myself to become better. And that's what I want to tell you guys in this video. Just please, just keep trying, just keep going. Do not stop. Do not listen to what anybody has to say negatively. I get hate comments by the hour, every single day, especially on my reels and on my shorts and all that stuff. You guys look at my comments like on my YouTube shorts. People just rip me apart on a daily basis, but it will not stop me. You cannot say anything that will make me stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just nothing that's going to deter me. You know, people have negative things to say about me. People have negative things to say about anybody who's trying to make it in any sort of facet in life, whether it's online or in real life. Just please do not listen to them. Do not listen to the voice in your head that tells you you can't do something. Just please keep going, man. I've said it several times on this channel. I'll just say it here again, man. One of the things that really sticks in the forefront of my brain and why I keep going is because a lot of my best friends growing up in elementary school and middle school, people that I served with in the Army, acquaintances or friends, just people I worked with, there are certain people out there that just aren't here anymore. And they don't have the ability to, say, chase a dream, to push themselves and become better and try to make something out of their dream, their passion, you know, or anything close to that. But I'm still here and I'm still doing it. I'm still alive. So while I have the means to be alive, I feel like I almost owe it to my best friends who are no longer here to continuously try to do something and make something and enjoy life. My best friend Brad in first grade died in a motorcycle accident. I've said it a couple times on this channel. He died 5.5 years ago now. I think about that dude every single day. Every single day I think about that dude. And he's not here. You know, he died when he was 25, 26. He was just a kid, man. And I'm still here and I'm still doing it. So while I have the means to be alive, I want to live, quite literally. And that may be a way out there, kind of a dramatic mindset, thought process, but I really don't care. And I'm just being honest and true to myself and true to you guys. So if I could get off my soapbox, let me just say this, man, just one more time. Just please keep going. Just try, do your very best, and don't listen to what anybody has to say. Because if I listened to what anybody had to say, I wouldn't be in the position where I'm at. You know, I'm continuing to grow and I'm not where I want to be. I don't even know where I want to be, but I know I'm not there yet. But I'm continuously trying my best to push myself. And I just want to tell you guys that. Just please just keep trying, because seeing that video of me having this shock value of like, what am I going to do next? It was terrifying. I can remember it. And I forgot about that moment. And I watched that video last night and now I can see it again. I can see that look on my face and all those feelings came back. I don't know. I just need support, man. Here's to the future. Here's to me pursuing my music and see how far I can take this. So I'm living proof, man. You just keep going, you just keep trying, and you'll get to where you need to be. It may not be exactly what you think is going to happen, but if you get close, that's way better than not trying at all, okay? All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Just wanted to just sit down with you guys and have a kind of a real, candid kind of conversation with you guys today, okay? Again, be sure to follow me on Spotify or whatever streaming platform you use. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. I love you guys so much, and with that being said, I'll see you guys very, very soon. Later.